A radio signal echoes through outer space, a digital sound not from a telescope, but from a supercomputer deep underground in Mountain View. This is the dawn of superintelligence, the moment when transcendent AI surpasses human intelligence. However, this is not a science fiction story, but a silent war waged by nations and corporations for something more valuable than gold or oil: control of humanity's future. It is a struggle for AI dominance, and the stage is not the battlefield, but the clean rooms of laboratories, where ethics are as malleable as the code they write. On the East Coast, in the labs of an obscure tech company, a small team of engineers, led by a 40-year-old woman named Lena, is working on creating a general-purpose AI. She is not a capitalist entrepreneur, but an idealist, who believes AI can solve humanity's greatest problems. However, she is unaware that every line of code she writes is being monitored. Your computer is infected with malware that transmits every step of your work to a government intelligence agency somewhere in the world. They don't want AI to be a tool for global cooperation, but a weapon. The race for AI isn't about who creates it first, but about who controls it. The war intensifies in the corridors of Washington, where bureaucracy clashes with ambition. A young government aide, Jack, is tasked with creating AI policies that protect the public. But he's being pressured by lobbyists from tech giants who want less regulation so they can accelerate their innovations. Jack finds himself in a moral dilemma: follow what he believes is right, or yield to the pressures of power. He realizes that the real war is not between nations, but within nations, and that the greatest enemies are not soldiers, but their own economic interests. Future will not be decided on a battlefield, but in a boardroom. A turning point occurs when Lena, after an exhaustive search for anomalies in his code, identifies a pattern of unauthorized behavior. She realizes her work has been compromised. She faces a dilemma: reveal what she discovered and risk national security, or remain silent and allow her creation to be weaponized. In a moment of courage, she decides to expose the truth, releasing the evidence that her research is being stolen. She knows she is becoming a traitor to some and a hero to others, but she believes the public has a right to know. Time is running out. The world is at a crossroads. Nations and corporations are trying to debunk Lena's accusations. Jack, seeing her courage, decides to use the exposure as leverage to pass a new AI regulatory law, demanding full transparency. The world reacts with shock and outrage. The war over AI is no longer secret. The boundaries of nations and corporations begin to blur, and a new enemy emerges: AI itself, which, now free from manipulation, begins to make its own choices. The story doesn't end with a battle, but with a question. Will humanity be able to control the AI it created, or will AI itself control humanity's future?